Were there
Yeah,
any
so
bloopers with everyone behind the scenes that didn't make the
every
final cut?
all of them are bloopers. I mean,
All of them are blue.
it's like the amount of, I feel like, so we would do one take, two takes, with the script, which was awesome, and then they'd be like, all right, just have fun, go out there. And I think we were all just trying to make everybody laugh. Like we were just trying to, and that was really special because we were doing it in the pandemic. I mean, Netflix couldn't have been more incredible. They had everything safe. Everything was, um, they created an environment where we didn't feel unsafe, and yet all the protocols were taken so that we could feel free to explore and to express ourselves with the comedy, which I think is a lot harder said than done. And they
Absolutely.
really pulled it off. And I think without having an audience there, it creates that something we had to navigate around, right? So we're trying to make the crew laugh. We're trying to make each other laugh. And so we were each other's barometer, which I think was a really cool thing. And we all trust each other. We all love each other. We all respect each other. And I think that really shows up on screen. I think we're all really proud of that. Talking to Jamie and everybody, we love that. We love to make people laugh. We love providing that. And the fact, and we really did it for each other too, when we were in everything, which was so important because, we were all so isolated before that, like living in our own bubbles and stuff. But to have that was such a cool thing. It was sort of like we were a band of brothers, it was, we went together to do this every day. And we're like, I got your back, you got my back. And I think that was a very special experience I'll never forget.
So you've posted some photos to your Instagram about
Yeah.
everyone dancing and seemed like a really great family dynamic on and off screen. What were some of the most fun moments that you had creating the show?
I mean, the idea that it looks as fun as it is, which I think is such an amazing thing to be a part of, because when you do anything, a lot of hard work goes into it. And the fact that it never felt that way is just such a blessing. And so, when we were in the Dave and Buster's together, we would have all this time while they were moving cameras and whatnot. And Jamie and I used to do this thing where we would each do an impression. Like we would do two Obamas or like two Trumps.
Trump on. So many people.
There's so many people here.
So many people.
We're at
here.
a lot of great people.
We got a
so
lot
many
of great people. So many great people.
Or two, whatever. And just doing those back and forth, but just to entertain, each other and like to have a good time. So it always just felt like a hang, which is why there's dancing and singing. It's like, it just felt like a party. And then every now and then the director would be like, okay, and action. So we would try to take the same energy that we have and love that we have for each other and just move that right over and just have them record it. And then when they yelled cut, we were just going back and doing our own foolishness. Yeah, well, we all know each other for so long. I've known Jamie for 12, 13 years. And, obviously he's known David Allen Grier for 30, maybe longer, because of In Living Color. And Porscha and Jamie, we all knew each other so well that it just felt right. It really just felt like a family environment. And so and they have all this on tape. I don't know where it is, but like in between takes, we're literally just chilling on the couch, just like sharing stories and like telling jokes. Mm-hmm. And then they'd be like, all right, we gotta get back to work. And that was like, that's the best feeling in the world.
Working with her, what's
Great.
Your friendship like?
She's the best. We actually met when she interviewed me like 8 or 9 years ago for another show. And we just hit it off immediately. Yeah. And it was to find out that we were going to be playing these parts opposite each other was exciting because, you meet people, you're friends with people, but to get to work with them and to add a new dimension to your friendship and your relationship is always just such a blessing. And so the cool thing was we didn't know what was going on with Chelsea and Johnny, my character, and her character. So, and the writers so we would literally talk it out because we have what we like to call a situationship. So people are going to, hashtag at home, hashtag situationship, that we didn't know the parameters or the dynamic, right? Because as consenting adults, like things change, right? Like I've grown up in their household. We've known each other for a long time. I had a previous marriage and I have a kid. And so we have an ebb and flow, her and I, right? It's like an accordion. And so we would talk this out and we didn't know what was going on with us. And then every episode, the writers would write something new and fun about, and so our relationship was evolving for us, with us, in front of us. Like we didn't know what was coming next. And so I
So it's
think that really
natural when the script, you don't see what's going to happen. So it's the tension there and the flow of that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think when I was watching it back, I thought, man, I can see that. Like I can definitely tell that we don't know what's going on.